Week 6, sentenced to death, Barabbas. At every Passover festival, Pilate was in the habit of setting free any one prisoner the people asked for. At that time, a man named Barabbas was in prison with the rebels who had committed murder in a riot. So Pilate asked the gathered crowd, "Which one do you want me to set free for you, Barabbas or Jesus called the Messiah?" The whole crowd cried out, "Set Barabbas free for us." "Crucify Jesus! Crucify him!" Pilate, wanting to set Jesus free, shouted back, "But what crime has he committed? I cannot find he has done anything to deserve death." "Crucify him! Crucify him!" they shouted all the louder. Pilate then spoke again to the crowd, "What do you want me to do with the man you call the King of the Jews? Crucify him! Crucify him!" Pilate wanted to please the crowd, so he set Barabbas free. Then he handed Jesus over to be whipped. Then Pilate's soldiers took Jesus and put a scarlet robe on him, and they made fun of him. Then they made a crown out of thorny branches and placed it on his head. Then they began to salute him, "Long live the King of the Jews." They beat him over the head with a stick and spat on him. When they finished making fun of him, they led him back to Pilate. Pilate went back out once more and said to the crowd, "Look, I will bring him out here to you to let you know that I cannot find any reason to condemn him." So Jesus came out wearing the crown of thorns and the purple robe. Pilate said to them, "Look, here is the man." When the chief priests and the temple guards saw him, they shouted, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" "You take him then and crucify him. I find no reason to condemn him. We have a law that says he ought to die because he claimed to be the Son of God." When Pilate heard this, he was even more afraid. He went to ask Jesus, "Where do you come from?" "You will not speak to me. Remember, I have the authority to set you free and also to have you crucified." "You have authority over me only because it was given to you by God. So the man who handed me over to you is guilty of a worse sin." When Pilate heard this, he tried to find a way to set Jesus free. But his accusers retorted, "If you set him free, that means that you are not the emperor's friend. Anyone who claims to be a king is a rebel against the emperor." It was then almost noon of the day before the Passover. Pilate, sitting on his judge's seat, said to the people, "Here is your king. Kill him, kill him, crucify him. Do you want me to crucify your king? The only king we have is the emperor." Then Pilate handed Jesus over to them to be crucified. Here ends this part of the Passion history.